Hello and welcome back to JVSCP. As you can see around me, things are changing. As it turns out, we got an email this morning. Me and Veeti are going to be transferred to our own site. Apparently there's some reorganizations happening, and instead of working from home as remote researchers, they're setting us up with our own site. I'm not sure about all the details. We'll have more information on that once we get there. But for now, let's just get into the epilogue. So there is no Antimemetics Division was finished last week or whenever we last read this, but there is still a very short little epilogue. So it's going to be a short video this week, but like I announced at the end of the last chapter of the book, the last actual chapter, we will be doing sort of an analysis video, just kind of talking through the book and trying to explain everything that we can, and that's hopefully going to coincide quite nicely with us arriving at the new site. So let's just get through this epilogue, and then in a few weeks we'll talk through it. Here we go. There is no Antimemetics Division. Epilogue. Champions of Nothing.
And what have we learned?
It takes 058 a significant amount of time to answer his own question. He speaks with a measured, level tone. He is in no hurry.
We have learned that there is time missing from our world. Almost a year of extremely recent history. And there are spaces, significant spaces, in every population center which cannot be perceived or entered. The cities are rerouting around them like mountains or radiation zones. And along with that time and that space, we have learned that there are enough people missing without any explanation whatsoever that if I spent the rest of my considerably augmented lifespan counting them, I could not count to that number.
He pauses.
And outside of the Noospherics Division,
he says,
no one, not a single person, is even aware of these thefts. Even those in the division who made this discovery cannot recall what happened during that missing time, and no one can enter that missing space. The gap in reality itself can barely be perceived. It is this shocking, blinding absence, this unknown unknown. We have learned, we have cautiously hypothesized, that 3 to 4 years ago an unimaginable anomaly entered our reality, and then sometime later it left, taking all of that space and all of that time and all of those people with it. We do not know what it was or what it did. We have tried to find out, but the truth evades my best noosphericists. The question fights back, as if it doesn't want to be answered. And we do not know why the anomaly left, though my experts say that in the conceptual realm there is evidence, traces, of what could have been a conflict. And in the distance, shining down on us, there's a great new star.
He hesitates.
Even I don't remember what happened.
He continues with his voice lowered.
Which I personally find deeply alarming. Because this is recent history. Like nearly everybody alive, I must have been there. In some respect, I must have gone through it. But if we have learned nothing else, we have learned this. Humans can walk away from and forget anything. Civilizations can go back to normal after anything.
He sits in contemplative silence for some time. He stares at nothing. He worries briefly that he really does know the truth and that there is nothing anomalous preventing him from knowing it. That it's simple denial. But he won't say that aloud, even here. He says,
and I wonder, what was the Foundation's role in this? Were we witness to this anomaly? Were we the ones who defeated it? Did we resist, negotiate, participate? We are here now, intact. We are back. To what do we owe that? Did we hide or run? Do we deserve to be back? Have we that right? We failed in our stated objective. These people are gone, and it's useless to pretend that they aren't dead. We failed orders of magnitude harder than we've ever failed before, despite which we remain clandestine and unknown to greater humanity, which means that no one external to the Foundation can ever hold us accountable for our actions or lack thereof. If what happened at the O5 Council meeting yesterday is any indication, we will certainly never hold ourselves accountable. What happened to those people? My people. Where are they? No one is just dead. No one is merely passively dead. Death is caused.
SCP-055 cannot answer him. He says, his voice rising,
These things happen, and we say to ourselves, never again. 100 years pass, and they happen again.
He says,
last time, the time before this one, the time none of us remember, the time for which there is no evidence of any kind, but which I now realize must exist. That time, we told ourselves and each other we must do better. What did we do differently from then on, and why didn't it work?
He says,
what does the Foundation need to be? Where does it need to be, and how far is that place from here? Can we see it from here? Or is this it?
He does not know. And after leaving the containment unit, he knows he will not even remember the questions. Direct observation is harmful to Nima's species. Her mother died when she was a juvenile, killed instantly when a Foundation researcher took a close-up flash photograph of her face. The Foundation thinks her whole species is extinct, wiped out by infertility and disease, as an indirect result of excessively close Foundation study. But they are not extinct. Some of them adapted. They fled across oceans and then inland. They grew thicker antimemetic armor. Nima is a fully grown adult sea gigantes, a massively vertically elongated quadruped, almost a kilometer tall at the shoulder. As 058's motorcade leaves Site 19, she is standing just beyond the site's perimeter with a crumpled metaspider in her mouth. She is unable to perceive the motorcade or the site itself any more than any human Foundationer can perceive her. They only barely walk the same earth. The spider is a 200-meter-long bundle of legs, eyes, and chitin, long body parts dangling from each side of Nima's jaws. The spider convulses ineffectually. It can't escape. It is the last one. The spiders were numerous and tasty, but the ones who walk very slowly have a broad diet. Nima bites down, biting through the last of the spider's legs, which begin an achingly slow tumble to the ground, accompanied by a gout of bug juice. Nima tosses the spider's mauled thorax in the air and catches it in the back of her throat. She gulps it down, mostly whole, still twitching. She raises her head and vocalizes triumphantly, a deafening, inaudible, infrasonic warble. The call carries all the way to her mate and children on the horizon. And that was the epilogue of There Is No Antimemetics Division. I want to point out one thing that I found really fun as I was reading this that I don't think I caught last time. So there's this part where it says, he sits in contemplative silence for some time. He stares at nothing. He worries briefly that he really, etc., etc. He stares at nothing, it says, and then on the next page it is revealed that SCP-055 cannot answer him. And as you should know by now, if you've done your homework, but I guess I'll remind you, I am After all, the professional here who's getting their own site, apparently, SCP-55 is like the original anti-meme. We don't know what it is. No one knows what it is. We've tried, but it keeps eluding us, basically. We know a few things that it isn't, but we don't really know what it is. So him looking at nothing here, I found pretty clever. Pretty clever. This guy should be a writer or something. But with that, I'm gonna get back to this stuff going on behind me, and yeah, there's some forms I need to fill out, and like I said in the beginning, the transfer is gonna take a few weeks, and I need some new onboarding courses and stuff. Apparently, I don't know if this is like a promotion for me and Veeti or what, but we're gonna go through all of that stuff. There's gonna be an analyzed or explained video, hopefully soon enough, but until then, I hope you have a good one. There's gonna be some other stuff on the channel between now and that coming out, but I'm not sure what Veeti is taking care of that. And that's all we had for today. On the screen, you can see our patrons and our lovely, lovely YouTube members. Huge thank you to all these people up on screen. You can join them if you want to. That'd be cool. But that's all we got for today. Sorry, I'm a bit scrambled today. It's a lot of information hitting me really quickly with these emails. Hello, you're getting transferred. You're getting your own site, which is really cool, you know, site director. I don't know if that's going to be my title, but if it is, I mean, that'd be sick. But for now, I'm just going to kind of leave it off here, get back to this stuff, and talk to you guys later. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.